So at this point what we're going to do now is we've already put the new potentiometer in, volume control for the rear pickup, which the rear pickup we did get to work, but the pot when we turned it down didn't make any difference at all in what was happening with the signal, saying it was the pot was froze up. So anyway, I have a new pot in it. It's all soldered in, and you've already got that. And then so what we're going to do now, see how strong that is? You remember before it wasn't? Then we turn the volume down. Uh-oh. I have a wiring issue. Why is that humming so bad? That one works. This one does not for some reason. Okay, well, here we are again. We're just about ready to put the loaded pick guard right back in. We did put one extra ground going to the switch and soldering it right here on the pick guard for an additional ground. We were getting a little more hum than what we should have, so we put that extra ground on there. Everything's fine. We have the new potentiometer in. I see we're going to have to resolder one connection, and then we're going to slide this all back in on top of the pickup ears, screw those down, put all the surround screws on, and then I'll give you another update. Okay, what we're doing at this point, we're going to get some of the splurge, I call it, the dirt and oils from fingers that have been built up in the frets. I've already done it once. I'll end up doing it again just to make sure the fretboard is really clean. So what I'm going to end up doing is scraping the neck like this with a razor blade on its side very carefully, and I'm going to keep going with the radius of the neck very slightly at the corner of the blade to get all that out, and then I'll run this way right in the fret to get it out of the crack on each one. Okay, now that's kind of a process I've already done, and then at this point I will run a fret guard on top of each fret. You go ahead and take some real fine sandpaper and go ahead and dress each one of these frets. And after I've gotten that completely done, which it already is, we're going to take steel wool and make sure that we're going with the grain. Never ever touch any sandpaper or anything against the grain. So now I'm going to take steel wool and go ahead and finish it off that way. Clean the fretboard once again. And after it's completely clean, this is like a cooking channel here. We're already a step ahead. We're going to use Murphy's oil soap. And what that's going to do, it's going to put oil into the neck because it's real dry, and it'll put a really, really nice look to it. And I'm going to do it right now as we speak, so you can get an idea of the the transformation it's going to take just by doing this one step. Okay. The rosewood will just pop out at you. Because what we know right now is it's clean, it's dry. So we're just going to go ahead and rub this Murphy soap oil into the neck all the way. I'm going to put a little bit more than what I would normally put on it, and then let it set for just a few minutes, and then I'll go ahead and wipe all the excess off. And it should keep this really nice bright look to the fretboard. At least close. because it's real dry. It could take a couple applications before it starts actually looking the way it should and stops soaking in, but I think it'll be just fine. We'll be done. Yeah, we've got enough on there right now. Okay, we've got all the screws broken loose on the neck, and now what we're going to do is remove the neck, and I'm going to put a shim somebody already has. You can see the shim that somebody put in here. This is a cardboard shim. I didn't see that the first time around. Somebody did a nice job cutting a cardboard shim. We're going to use a piece of metal, and I'm going to put it right in the butt of the guitar to raise it another couple thousandths, and it'll go right there. And that'll be a real solid shim. Perfect width, matches with the other one. Okay, so at this point I'm going to go ahead and do the shim, and maybe we can get this thing to play a tune or two. Okay. Now, as you can see on the back side of the neck, we have a cardboard shim that somebody in the years past has put on. We're going to leave that shim in there, and we're actually going to add one more right here into the neck pocket. It's a metal shim. It's only going to be a couple thousandths. It's the correct size, so I think we're going to be just fine. The neck will just go on just like this. I'll put the neck bolts in it. This is the one I'm kind of worried about. It went right in past the shim. I think I just hit the shim, but I think it'll be fine. I'll be darned if I know why this had two washers in it, but I'm going to put them like it was. I'm just gonna barely snug it for now, and then I'll lay it down and cinch it tight. Then we'll oil up the bridge and put some Murphy's soap oil on it and make it nice and bright like the rosewood fretboard, and then we'll be ready to put some strings on it, and I think it'll be fine. Okay, we're done. Okay, this is the final process here. And this is called the beloved smoke test. Literally. Now, all back together, we put a shim in the neck. We got the action. Really low to the fretboard. The buzz we've got is typical, not out of hand at all. We've got real light gauge strings on it, Ernie Ball regular slinkies. We had to raise the action just a little bit here after we put the shim in, but we got it to play really well. Now this is the neck pickup. This is both pickups. This is the rear pickup, bridge pickup. Uprighter. Pickups a little nicer tone. Okay, we're done, tuned up, polished, ready for a few more years.